Let me start off by saying that these shoes are different. They are very different. Even if they looked identical, just putting the 22 on and wearing it, I would be able to tell the difference. So some good things and some bad things. One thing they did do is they trimmed down how far out the rubber sticks from where the foot actually ends. So they're a lot less bulky. They kind of went around and just like trimmed it off, especially from the inside. It doesn't stick out nearly as far away from the foot. So I do feel more agile in these because of the less bulkiness. They also made the shoe a little more narrow because the socks that I normally wear with these, they feel a little too bulky when I'm wearing them with these. It could be a matter of the shoe stretching out, but the reason I don't think that's the case is I did 150 miles in these. That should be plenty to stretch a shoe out. So I believe the shoe is also more narrow. They don't have as much airflow in these as well. There's holes up at the top area like any shoe, but they don't have them on the sides anymore. Whereas on the 21s, they had these tiny little holes in between on both sides. So my feet do get hotter in these from the lack of airflow. And then the holes for the laces in these is also different. They're oval, which that's not unheard of, but I feel like the holes are just a little too big because I've been through 3 sets of laces and they just keep coming undone. Like they slide through so easily, and the set that they came with were so short I couldn't even tie a proper bow to begin with. So I feel like that was also not the best decision, changing the size of the holes or the shape even. And then the worst part about these new shoes is the lack of shock absorption. Brooks is known for having incredible cushioning in their shoes. Like you could run down a hill in these and you'd hardly feel anything on the back of your foot, whereas this I can actually feel pain going up my leg. And these are much lighter, so I think that's the reason why, is because they took some of the cushioning out and thus decreased the shock absorption, which is a huge disappointment because that's the main reason I liked these to begin with, was how well they absorbed shock because I run on hills. And now they don't really do that so well. So the 22s, in my opinion, they're not that good compared to the 21s. I don't think that if they were still selling the 21s that I would go and buy 22s. I would just keep getting the 21s. Yes, it's nicer to be a little more agile and less bulkiness, but that shock absorption is really what had cemented these as a staple in my routine. And now that that's gone, I'm not very happy with these. Hopefully the 23s are better. I might look into those maybe later in the winter after I do a few more miles in these, because I definitely want to try and finish them. But no, I don't think the 22s are better than the 21s. I'm really disappointed in that. Sorry.